Hi. So this is a little bit different. Ignore the fact that I'm in a pantry. It's the only place I can get peace and quiet at the moment. So hopefully the sound's alright and everything. But yeah, I'm in my pantry. This is a little bit different. It is a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I'm doing this mainly for me. You know, if someone else is watching these, then awesome. But it's mainly for me to look back at. So anyway, as I know, and if you have been following along from probably the beginning, the past couple of years that I've been doing this, one thing that you would notice, apart from the pregnancies that I've had, is my weight has fluctuated. It's gone up and down a lot throughout all my vlogs. I have 4 children, 4 beautiful, amazing children, and I wouldn't change them for anything. I wouldn't change anything whatsoever. So when I'm pregnant, I gain a lot of weight, and I did for my first pregnancy. I gained 30 kilo. My second pregnancy with Ava, I think I gained 18 kilo, which is still more than the recommended, but it was my lowest, and I think it was because she was a girl. Jacob, I gained about 22, and I think it was about the same with Stoney as well. As you can imagine, gaining that much weight does take a toll on your body, and my pregnancies, the first 2 were back to back and the second 2 were relatively back to back. With Max, I gained 30 kilo, and then I only lost about, I'm gonna say 10 to 15, probably not even that much, maybe closer to 10, before I then got pregnant with Ava when I was about 3.5 months postpartum. And so then I gained, close to 20 with her, and so I inched up above my previous highest weight. And then I had like a 2-year gap between Ava and Jacob, and I did lose a lot of weight, and that is pretty much, once I had lost that weight, I didn't get down to my pre-pregnancy weight, but I got down to a really comfortable weight for me, and that is when I started vlogging, and that was when I was trying for another baby. And then I got pregnant with Jacob, and then I put on pretty much, most of the weight that I had lost. So after Jacob, I didn't lose a whole lot of weight, and a lot of that was because we got really comfortable with how we were living. So basically, I lost some weight. I didn't lose a whole lot of weight. And then lockdown happened, and because we were in lockdown and we weren't doing other things that required spending money, and we had nowhere to spend money because all the shops were closed, everything apart from for essential services, which is, your pharmacy, your supermarkets, things like that. So pretty much all we could spend our money on was food. Every week we just, we went all out. We bought really nice food, and we bought a lot of alcohol, and not crazy amounts of alcohol. We have kids, we're not party animals or anything, but we weren't eating very well. And then life went back to normal, and then I got pregnant with Stone. So I obviously wasn't actively trying to lose weight while pregnant with Stone. I did make some adjustments to my way of eating because I knew that I hadn't lost a whole lot of weight after having Jacob, and I didn't want to gain way too much, but I still did gain a lot of weight. And yeah, so that pretty much leaves me where I am now. I had Stoney, and after having him I lost probably around 8 kg just from having him and breastfeeding and whatnot. I wasn't working out or anything like that. I was just trying to adjust to now being a family of 6 and having 4 young children. And then we moved here, and you know, there was just a whole lot. The last thing that I was worried about was my weight and what I was eating. So now we are a lot more settled, and my husband and I, when I say we, I mean like my husband and I, you know, we've had lots of discussions about all of this, and we both want to get healthier and fitter and lose some weight and tone up a bit and all of this kind of stuff. The chapter is closed on having kids. Michael got a vasectomy, so that, like, we are done. There's no excuses really now. There have been excuses, you know, when we decided that we were going to have a fourth child, then basically that was when I was like, well, there's no point trying to lose weight because I'm going to get pregnant and gain it. So, you know, that's probably not a good mentality to have, because you should always, you know, strive to be the healthiest that you can be, whether you're trying to have a baby or not. You should just in general strive to be as healthy as you can. But I didn't, and you know, now I don't have that excuse. I don't have an excuse to not put in all this effort because it might get ruined by getting pregnant again. Like, that is not happening. It's not happening anymore. Our family is done, it's completed, and we're just getting older. Like, I'm going to be 30 soon, and I want to turn 30 feeling really good about myself. And you know, summer is approaching, and I want to be able to go out and do things with my kids over the summer, and you know, not be like, oh, I don't want to go out because we did something yesterday and now I'm sore, or you know, I just don't want to be like unfit and not be able to do these things. I don't want my weight or my body or my lack of physical activity to stop me from enjoying my kids being this age and enjoying the summer and enjoying living in this new place and just making the most of it. And my husband is in the same boat as me. Like, he's got the same mindset, and we are just both really motivated to make a change for us as individuals and as a husband and wife and as parents to our, you know, our amazing 4 children. So now we're here, and we did start this 2 weeks ago. We weighed ourselves, we measured all the bits that we should measure, and for the past 2 weeks we've been working on just cutting calories, trying to hit our macros and stuff like that, just all the goals, and protein goals, fat goals, carb goals, all of that kind of stuff. I'm not saying that I know a lot about any of this, because I really don't. I just know the basics. So if you want more facts about these kind of things, then you should definitely go and watch someone else because I don't know. I'm just doing it, you know. So we bought a whole lot of healthier foods, and we have got rid of a whole lot of unhealthy stuff, and trying to keep under a certain amount of calories. We are tracking everything that we eat in MyFitnessPal. Yeah, it's just been a lot of different things that are we're trying to put in place at the moment. So I didn't start filming at the very beginning. I didn't really want to, but then I thought, no, because I always enjoy, like, because my weight has gone up and down so many times. Like, I lost weight before having children, and then I lost weight after Max, and then I lost weight after Ava, and I didn't lose weight after Jacob. But now I'm losing weight after Stoney. And those times that I have lost weight, I've really enjoyed looking back. Like, I haven't done it in like a vlog form before, but I have written things down in diaries, and I've taken photos, and I've got an Instagram page, which I'm not going to post because it's a very old Instagram page. It's got no outdated pictures, but it's from pre all of my kids and that weight loss journey that I did. And, you know, even now I like to look back and where I was and where I got to, and all the hiccups along the way and stuff. And I documented it through photos, and then writing captions about it, and writing my weight down and the date and everything like that, and how I was feeling. And, you know, in this day and age, it just seems like, because that was back in 2013, 2014. And now it's 2021 and it feels like this is just the most easy and natural way to just do it. I'm already making videos, so I might as well incorporate my weight loss and fitness journey into it. One thing I haven't touched on in any of my last videos, even though I know for sure in the last video I was dealing with an injury, and I don't know if it was in any previous ones before that, it might have been, but I know for sure in the last one. I injured my back and my ribs and my shoulder blade, and that was probably coming up 7 weeks ago, and I'm still struggling. So I had a partially collapsed lung, and I also have potential hairline fractures in my ribs. I'm getting another x-ray in 3 days to confirm that or not. Or if I haven't got any fractures, then the doctor thinks I might have torn the muscle in my shoulder blade. So I did a right number on myself, and I think mainly that has been the real catalyst to how I'm feeling right now. Not being able to lift my baby, struggling to breastfeed because of the position, you know, like regardless of how much I weigh and my physical abilities, I probably still would have got injured because I am just accident prone anyway. But I do feel like, you know, all of that has actually played a part in possibly my recovery from it. If I was eating better, or if I didn't, you know, weigh as much, then potentially it might have been easier on my body to recover or heal myself from the inside. So, you know, I don't know exactly. I haven't spoken to anyone about this. This is just how I feel. And I guess just being really down and out with an injury and not being able to do anything, you realize just how unfit and inactive and you feel your weight, you know, when everything hurts just to move, when it hurts to breathe, like you feel everything. You feel the extra couple 100 grams that you probably shouldn't have had in dessert the night before. Like you feel everything, and it has been really eye-opening for me. So I think that has really driven my motivation for this time actually doing it and doing it right. Before I had kids and I lost weight, I started off doing it really well. I was, you know, trying to work out and eat well and hit my calorie goals and stuff like that. But then I kind of went into a bit of a downward spiral, and I started working out too much, and then I started intermittent fasting, and I felt so powerful when I was fasting. The mind clarity and how focused they become when they are actually fasting compared to when you are eating, and then all of a sudden you just, you know, you feel really sluggish and you feel a lot slower, and your mental clarity just isn't there. I started craving that feeling, and I started fasting for too long of a time, and then when I wasn't fasting, I was not eating enough calories, and I was also working out. So I would do a 72-hour fast and then eat 60 calories and then fast again, all while working out and everything. And yeah, it got really, I didn't see it at the time, but looking back, and my husband, who was my boyfriend at the time, you know, he also agrees that it obviously got too far and it should never get like that. And I don't ever want it to get like that again. So I guess also doing vlogs and stuff, it can keep me accountable for doing it a healthier way and not just the quick fix of trying to just lose as much weight as possible in the smallest amount of time. I'm going to take you along with me for this journey. I will put up my current stats, and not that I really want to, but I'm just going to do it. I'm going to put it out there because it's going to hold me accountable, and I know that I am going to appreciate looking back at this. 2 weeks ago I weighed in at 102 kilos, and that's definitely the heaviest I have ever been not pregnant. I got to 102 kilos at full term with Ava, and then I didn't get there with Jacob, but then I obviously got past that with Stoney. Last I knew is I got to 110 with Stoney just before I had him. But yeah, so 2 weeks ago I weighed in at 102, and last week I weighed in at 100.2, I think it was. And we are weighing in again tomorrow, and yeah, I'm hoping that I am under the 100s. So here we go. Let's do this. Let's do this.